Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Mrs. KK and this is Financial Tips on the Go, a new segment I'm introducing on my YouTube channel to address those frequently asked questions that don't really warrant a sit-down video. So we'll be doing this maybe every other day or weekly to just address those short questions, and we are talking about emergency funds today. So on my Instagram, sometimes 2 days ago, I posted a question for my followers to tell me how much they are saving towards their emergency funds and what the end goals are. And I was super excited to see how many people are actually saving towards emergency funds and the goals that they have. But there was quite a few of you that asked, what exactly is an emergency fund and how do you go about saving it? And simply put, it's really just that cushion of money that you're putting away to help you in an event of an unprepared expenses that pops up. So we are talking about things like your tire bursting, we are talking about your maybe geyser leaking, we are talking about you losing a loved one and you have to travel for a funeral, and also in rare instances where you perhaps lose your job. And we all know that just because you've lost your job, it doesn't mean that your commitments are going to end. Your debit orders will continue to go off, rent needs to be paid, so you need that buffer to just help you while you're sorting things out. And emergency funds, unlike your other goals, let's say short-term, long-term goals where you're saving for holiday, saving for retirement, maybe saving for a medium-term goal, those savings are there to accumulate and you'd want to see this balance grow. Whereas with the emergency fund, you shouldn't feel guilty for dipping into the emergency fund when you really get yourself into the problem, because it's exactly there for that reason, to help you so that you don't stress in an event those unexpected expenses come up. So that is really the emergency fund. So we shouldn't be counting money that we are saving towards specific goals. We must really just be counting money that we are putting aside, that we are happy to dip in when these unforeseen circumstances happen. And the second question is, where should I be putting my emergency fund? And because it's money for unexpected expenses, you want to have access to this money as and when needed. So you shouldn't be putting it in a fixed term deposit. You shouldn't be putting it in a unit trust where it's subject to fluctuation in value. You should really be putting it in a bank account or any core related instrument where you can get access to the money on demand. And unfortunately, this is where discipline comes in, because if you have the money and you easily can access the money, you are likely to be dipping into it. But you need to build that discipline because it is there for a reason and not for you to spend. So some of the few things that I've seen people use to try and build up this discipline is maybe using specific accounts on their banking and hiding that account so that they can't access it, so they can't see that the money is actually accumulating. I personally use my NamPost call account as an emergency fund because I can easily transfer money into my NamPost account without going to the bank. But for me to physically draw money, I need to go to the bank and I need time for that, and potentially leave if I need to do it during the week. NamPost doesn't have, especially with the investment section, they don't have access to ATMs. You don't have an online app. So if you want a statement, you must request it. If you want to get money, you must go physically there. So really, that is all I wanted to highlight around the emergency funds. So my call to you is, please try and make time for it. Try and make, a room in your budget for it. You don't have to spend a lot of money, or rather save a lot of money. I've seen people saving as little as 250, as little as 100. All I can say is, when you have 500 in your bank account, it will find you better prepared than someone that doesn't have. When you have 10,000 in your account, it will find you better prepared than someone that doesn't have anything at all. So no matter how little the amount is, it will help you towards that crisis when it eventually pops up. So until next time, it is goodbye, and let's continue engaging. If you love this video and you think this content is helpful, kindly please subscribe, hit the like and notification bell, as well as share the videos with your family and friend. We really, really appreciate. And I am rooting to get to 100K views by the end of the year. So please stay tuned. Bye-bye.